Hi, I'm Aiden. I've always been a car guy, spending every spare minute restoring my 1967 Mustang. It was my grandfather's, and working on it kept his memory alive after he passed. That car means everything to me. Babe, have you packed the sunscreen? Emma called from our bedroom, tossing clothes into our suitcase. Already in the side pocket. I zipped up my bag, excitement building for our honeymoon. 2 weeks in Hawaii with my new wife life couldn't get better. I still think we should let my dad drive us to the airport. Emma walked over, wrapping her arms around my waist. Your parents have done enough already. David practically paid for half the wedding. That's what parents do, Aiden. They support their kids. She gave me that look, the one that said she was thinking about my father without actually mentioning him. Not all parents, I muttered, checking my phone for the millionth time. No messages from Roger, not even a congratulations on the wedding. Not that I was surprised. The doorbell rang, saving me from the conversation. Emma bounced to the door, swinging it open to reveal her parents. My beautiful newlyweds! Carol rushed in, arms filled with shopping bags. I brought some last-minute essentials for your trip. Mom, you didn't have to do that. Emma laughed, helping unpack various tropical-themed items. Nonsense. First honeymoon only happens once. Carol winked at me. Unless you're David and forget to book the hotel. 27 years later, and she still brings that up. David rolled his eyes, but the smile never left his face. He clapped my shoulder. You all set for your trip, son? Almost. Just got to make sure the Mustang's secure in the garage while we're gone. That car is your first child, I swear, Emma teased. You know what went into restoring it. 3 years of weekends and every penny I saved. I remember when you first got it. David nodded appreciatively. Piece of junk back then. Now it's a masterpiece. Maybe your dad would check on it while you're gone? Carol suggested innocently. The room went quiet. Emma shot her mom a warning look. Roger isn't exactly reliable these days. I tried to keep my voice neutral. Last time I saw him, he was hitting me up for cash to invest in some poker tournament. I'm sorry, Aiden. Carol touched my arm. I forgot about the situation. It's fine, we've got the car secured. Neighbors keeping an eye out. Well, your father-in-law and I will be checking your place daily, David declared. No burglars are getting past these eagle eyes. Later that night, after final packing and a last-minute checklist, Emma and I crashed on the couch. This time tomorrow, we'll be in paradise. She snuggled against me. Just you, me, and zero family drama. I kissed her forehead. My phone rang, an unknown number. I almost ignored it, but answered at the last second. Is this Aiden Mitchell? A formal voice asked. Speaking. This is Officer Patterson with Metro Police. We're calling because your vehicle was reported stolen earlier today. What? My Mustang? That's impossible. It's locked in my garage. Sir, the report was filed by Roger Mitchell. He claims to be the legal owner and reported it missing from his property. My stomach dropped. Roger is my father, and he doesn't own my car. I suggest you come down to the station to sort this out. I hung up, hands shaking. Emma, we have a problem. Your father did what? Emma jumped up from the couch, honeymoon bliss evaporating instantly. The flight back from Hawaii was brutal. We'd barely unpacked at our resort before having to repack and leave. At the police station, Officer Patterson approached with a file. We've confirmed your father filed the report claiming the vehicle was gifted to him years ago. That's a lie. I have all the paperwork, title, insurance, everything's in my name. Then we have a situation. Because your garage was empty when units responded, no signs of forced entry. He has an old key to our place, from when he helped me move in. Marcus was already waiting when we pulled up to our house, his private investigator badge glinting in the sun. Wedding, honeymoon, and car theft all in 1 week? You sure know how to party, Aiden? 3 hours and dozens of calls later, his face lit up. Got something. Vincent at Classic Auto bought a '67 Mustang 3 days ago. At the dealership, Vincent recognized me instantly. You look just like him. Your dad, right? Said you were out of the country, wanted to surprise you by selling it for a better model. He slid over a folder with my car's info and a forged signature. He needed cash fast, took way below market value, said something about clearing some debts. Did he mention what kind of debts? Marcus asked. Mentioned the Horseshoe Casino, said they weren't patient people. Back in the car, Marcus pulled up his laptop. Your dad's been blacklisted from 3 casinos in the last year. Owes at least 40 grand to loan sharks. The car's worth twice that. Where is it now? Sold yesterday to some guy named Tyler. Got his address right here. We were about to head there when my phone rang. Roger. Son, you're back early. How was the trip? Where's my car, Roger? I can explain everything. Just a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? You reported my car stolen, then sold it yourself? I was going to buy it back before you got home. Just needed quick cash for this sure thing at the tables. We drove to the Silver Pines Motel. Roger opened the door, unshaven and reeking of cheap whiskey. I know how this looks, but I had everything under control until these guys started threatening me. My grandfather's car, Roger. The one thing that mattered to me. I'll fix this. I've got a system that's guaranteed to win. Just need a small loan to get started. You sold my car during my honeymoon, filed a false police report, forged my signature. They were going to break my legs. I panicked. You always panic. You always have excuses. And I'm always the one cleaning up your mess. I'm your father. I changed your diapers. You owe me. I don't owe you anything. I stepped back from Roger's desperate reach. You've had your last chance. Son, please. We're done here. I turned to leave, Emma and Marcus flanking me like bodyguards. You'll regret this. Family sticks together, Roger shouted as we walked away. Back home, Emma called her parents. Within an hour, Carol and David arrived with enough food to feed an army. That low-life excuse for a father. Carol set down a casserole with enough force to crack the dish. I always knew he was trouble. We're going to fix this. David squeezed my shoulder. Whatever you need. I need my car back. I stared at the paperwork Marcus had spread across the table, and I need Roger to face consequences. I've got Tyler's address. Marcus tapped his laptop screen. Guy seems legit, software engineer, good credit. Bought your Mustang fair and square as far as he knows. What are you thinking? Emma asked, studying my face. We need evidence that Roger knew exactly what he was doing. Filing a false police report, forgery, fraud, all of it. Marcus nodded. I've got recording equipment that'll capture everything crystal clear. Just need to get him talking. We drove to Tyler's place the next morning, a nice suburban house with a freshly paved driveway. My Mustang sat gleaming in the open garage. Seeing it hurts worse than I thought it would. My voice cracked. Tyler answered the door, confusion turning to wariness as I explained who I was. So you're saying I bought a stolen car? His face fell. Man, I just spent my savings on this. Not your fault. I showed him the documentation. My father committed fraud. I'm not here to take it back without compensating you. What do you need from me? Just time. I'm setting up my father to confess everything. Once I have proof, you'll be protected legally, and we can work out a fair arrangement. I'm listening. Back at Marcus's office, we finalized our plan. Emma called Roger. Aiden's devastated, Mr. Mitchell. He might lose his job if this gets out. He needs to talk to you. Neutral ground, tomorrow at Riverfront Park. Tell him I'm sorry. I'll make it right. Roger's voice sounded desperate through the speakerphone. You'd better. He's giving you one chance to explain yourself. Marcus adjusted the tiny microphone under my shirt. This'll pick up everything within 15 feet. Just get him talking about what he did. What if he doesn't confess? Emma worried. He will. I knew my father too well. Roger can't help himself. He'll try to justify everything. The next day, I sat on a park bench watching Roger approach. He looked worse, jittery, clothes rumpled, eyes darting around. Thanks for meeting me, son. Sit down and explain yourself. One chance. I was desperate. These guys, they're serious business. They threatened me. So you stole my car? Filed a police report saying I stole it from you? I panicked. I figured you wouldn't be back for weeks. Would have had time to win it all back. You forged my signature on the sale documents. What choice did I have? It was temporary. I was protecting both of us. Both of us? How exactly? These people don't just come after me. They'd find you too. Family connections. I was saving us both. I just needed that cash to clear my debts and double down. I've got a system now. I checked my watch. Marcus and Emma would be in position. Everything was being recorded. Let's get specific, Roger. Walk me through exactly what you did, step by step. Well, first I used my key to your place. Roger shifted uncomfortably. I knew you'd be gone for 2 weeks. The garage code hadn't changed in years. And then, I drove it to Vincent's dealership, told him I owned it and you'd given me permission to sell. The guy barely checked the paperwork. You forged my signature. Yeah, well, I've been signing birthday cards for you since you were 12. Not hard to copy. Roger laughed nervously. Look, the important thing is I filed that police report as insurance. Insurance for what? If you came back early and reported it missing yourself, I needed to establish I was the rightful owner. Told the cops you'd stolen it from me and disappeared with it. You committed fraud and filed a false police report. It sounds bad when you put it like that. I stood up, pulling the microphone from under my shirt. It sounds exactly like what it is. Roger's face drained of color. What's that? Your full confession, recorded and witnessed. Marcus and Emma emerged from behind nearby trees. Officer Patterson stepped out from a police cruiser parked nearby. This was a setup? Roger tried to bolt, but Marcus blocked his path. Roger Mitchell, you're under arrest for filing a false police report, fraud, and grand theft auto. Officer Patterson approached with handcuffs. You can't do this to me. I'm your father. Roger struggled as the cuffs clicked shut. You stopped being my father the moment you stole from me. 3 weeks later, I sat in a courtroom watching Roger plead guilty to reduced charges. His lawyer had negotiated 18 months in prison plus restitution. The defendant has agreed to cooperate in the investigation of Classic Auto for improper documentation practices, the prosecutor announced. Vincent's dealership was shut down pending investigation. Turned out my car wasn't the first one he'd processed with questionable paperwork. Outside the courthouse, Tyler approached me with my car keys. Court says I get full compensation plus damages from the dealership's bond. He handed me the keys. She's all yours again. I took good care of her. Thanks for working with us on this. Hey, I respect a guy who stands up for what's his. No hard feelings. That evening, Emma and her parents helped me detail the Mustang in our driveway. How does it feel to have her back? David asked, polishing the chrome. Like justice. I ran my hand along the restored fender my grandfather and I had worked on together. Any word from the casino about Roger's debts? Carol asked. They're seizing his condo and garnishing his pension. When he gets out, he'll have nothing. Are you okay with that? Emma squeezed my hand. He made his choices. I'm done cleaning up after him. Marcus pulled up with a six-pack. Celebration time. Just heard from my contact at the DA's office. Roger's singing like a canary about other scams at that dealership. They're adding charges against Vincent. To justice. Emma raised her bottle. And to moving forward. I clinked bottles with my real family. Later that night, my phone rang. The prison's number. I declined the call and blocked it. He'll keep trying to contact you, Emma said softly. Let him. Some betrayals don't get second chances. I drove my Mustang to work the next morning, windows down, engine rumbling just like when Grandpa taught me to drive it. For the first time in years, I felt completely free of Roger's chaos. The family I chose, Emma, her parents, Marcus, they were all the family I needed. Some people don't deserve forgiveness. Some bridges are meant to burn. What would you do if a family member stole something irreplaceable from you? Would you pursue justice like Aiden did, or would you try to forgive them? Is there a line that once crossed makes someone unworthy of a second chance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story of justice served, hit that like button and subscribe for more compelling stories just like this one. New uploads every day.